Good morning and welcome to another video. Don't really know what today's going to be. I just thought I would do a day in my life, and plus there was a couple topics I kind of wanted to talk about throughout my day, so I figured I would do that. But I hope all you guys are well, and right now I just got up probably like 10 minutes ago, and I'm gonna make some breakfast. And what I'm gonna make is the stovetop granola I actually saw on Maddie Limburner's. What I'm gonna make is the stovetop granola from Maddie Limburner's channel that I found the recipe on. So I will leave the link in the description box below if you guys are interested in making that. I hope it comes out well. I've never tried it before, but we're gonna see how this goes. Also, I don't know if any of you guys like relate to this, but like when you just wake up in the morning, your eyes feel like really tiny. Like my eyes are usually a lot bigger, but yeah, just putting that out there. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys my plants. I'm currently growing tomatoes. These are tomatoes, and I'm so happy that they've been growing. Like, I don't know. I'm really happy they've been growing because I feel like I'm accomplishing something by doing this, and it's nice to kind of like raise my own little thing, even though it's a plant. And fun fact, I've been repeating positive affirmations to it whenever I water it, and I feel like it's made a difference, that it's growing a lot faster and makes me very happy. So I had breakfast not too long ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, and right now I'm probably just gonna work on some stuff on my computer. I'm currently working on some fun things that I hope to be able to share with you guys soon. And yeah, I'm probably gonna do a workout later, just like a basic arm workout, because my legs are pretty sore from when I worked out the other day, but nothing too strenuous. And I will check in with you guys when I do that. I'll probably like show you what I'm doing when I work out, or I'll like leave a link in the description box. I'll leave a description of it in the description box below. So I just finished my workout. It was pretty good, pretty quick, pretty simple. I'll leave the workout in the description box below if you want to try it out yourself. But I'm really hungry right now, and it's probably almost 12 o'clock, so I'm probably gonna just make some lunch now, and I will definitely show you guys what I make. At first I was thinking about like a tempeh thing, but I don't know, I feel like I kind of want a smoothie bowl, so that's what I'm probably gonna end up making. But either way, I'll show you guys, and then at some point I want to chat with you about recovery and kind of about not letting triggers get to you, and kind of an additional extension to the mini MAUD video I made, and how you can incorporate like meals and stuff, and ideas as to like how you can fit the mini MAUD guidelines with certain meals, and basically that stuff. So I will definitely be talking about that later, but right now we're talking about lunch, so I will show you guys what I end up making. I also wanted to mention that I'm adding this into my smoothie bowl. It's the Your Super Green Organic Superfood Mix, and it has wheatgrass, barley grass, baobab, moringa, spirulina, and cholera, and it's really good. I barely taste like anything gritty in it. And also I'm also adding the hemp seed protein, which I really like this protein because it is tasteless, and I don't really like vanilla or chocolate protein, and this is like the first protein powder that I found that doesn't have a gritty texture to it, like when you combine it in smoothies and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna add those into my smoothie bowl, and it's gonna give it a nice and hearty and nourishing addition. So yeah. I'm also in love with this granola. It is the Hempia granola. I've never seen this brand before, but I saw it in Whole Foods, I think, the other day, so I decided to try it, and it's so good. And it has 10 grams of protein, even better. So I just added that to my smoothie bowl, and so as I'm eating my smoothie bowl, something I wanted to talk about is dealing with triggers in recovery. And that can be different for many people, but I know for me, a huge trigger has always been feeling the pressure to exercise when other people are exercising, and not so much with seeing like my friends exercise, but more of like people in my family. And I think that's because I spend a lot of time with them, and therefore I have more time to, or Ed has more time to compare myself to them and that kinds of stuff. So it's been a very tough thing to work on, but something that has helped me is kind of reminding myself that my body is my own, and it's not the same as my sister's, it's not the same as my mom's, it's not no way the same as my dad's or my brother's. So therefore, if they work out, me working out and doing the same thing as them isn't going to have the same effect on them as it might have on me. Therefore, I'm not really missing out on anything if I don't work out when they're working out, because what it's going to do for their body might not do the same thing for my body. So I don't know with 100% certainty that working out when they're working out is going to make a huge difference. I don't know if that made sense, but I definitely wanted to explain this kind of tactic when those thoughts do come up, because it's not only when triggers come up, but like when any negative thought comes up, using this thought tactic really has helped me. And I've discussed it with my nutritionist, and she was kind of the one that explained it to me, and I've been using it since, and it's really helped me go past those like disordered thoughts and actually keep me moving in the recovery mode. So you start off by naming the thought. So let's say it's, I feel that if I have a snack today, I am gonna get fat. Now, first off, you honor that thought. Say, like, I recognize that that's a thought, and understand that you are not that thought. And then also ask yourself, do you know that to be true with 100% certainty? And sometimes when you're in the midst of like feeling super anxious, it's so easy to say that, yes, I do know that with 100% certainty. And then if you do say yes, that is an 100% certain fact, that in this case, if I have an afternoon snack, I'm gonna get fat, then you ask yourself again, do I have proof? And how will giving into this thought make me feel? And what I've come to realize is, yeah, if I think about that and I say, oh, eating this is gonna make me fat, I suddenly feel super guilty, I feel ashamed, I feel not enough, and I just don't feel good. So then the counterpoint to that is, so then why believe it? You don't have to believe it, it's a thought. So instead choose to believe something else and reframe it. Like, by eating this afternoon snack, I'm nourishing my body and giving my body the energy it needs to thrive. And rerouting that thought can really help you to put yourself in a better mindset and kind of calm down the anxiety. At least that's how I've been able to navigate it, is and what's really helped me in that exercise is even not finishing the entire exercise, but just asking myself, can I prove this thought to be a fact with 100% certainty, definitely helps me to put things into perspective and realize that I might be making a big deal out of nothing and I don't have to worry about it. So that's definitely been helpful for me in dealing with like fear foods and like any thoughts that I might have that are negative and that might cause me to go backwards in my recovery. This practice definitely helps to keep me in line and help me move forward and not backwards. So that's something I kind of wanted to touch on right now. I'm definitely going to get into more on like the mini MAUD method later today, so stay tuned for that if you're still watching. And I'm probably just going to finish this, continue working on some stuff, maybe take a shower, and then check in with you guys later. Hello and welcome again. Okay, so I have not taken a shower yet, and it is almost 6:15. So what happened after lunch wasn't feeling too good. My back really started hurting, and I'm pretty sure it's because I am on my period, so putting that out there. And to be honest, I'm gonna go off on a quick little tangent, but since having, and I swear she sits like a human, but since having an eating disorder and recovering from it and actually still working on recovery, getting my period back has completely changed my perspective on the idea of getting a period. Like, I remember in 6th grade, I would always like dread getting my period, and I would be like, oh, like I can't believe it's my period, like I hate it. But now, like, I get super excited when I get my period, and it's just like, it's a revival of all that feminine energy, and like I realize that I will one day be able to have kids because this is happening, because this works in my body. I will one day be able to give life, and just having your period is all things feminine. It represents like the utmost most beautiful thing about the feminine is the ability to give life. And I just am so grateful for that every time I do get my period. And this is my 2nd consecutive time since having recovery, since pursuing recovery. So I'm very, very excited for that. It's been a long 4 years of not really having a period. So to start getting it back consecutively again has been a blessing. And I really want to make a video on like how I got my period back, but I'm actually just waiting to see if I get it for the next couple months, because I want to be sure that I am continuously getting it and it's not just one of those irregular things and I'm still not doing something right or anything like that. So, but back to what I wanted to start talking about was the mini MAUD method. I made a previous video on the mini MAUD method, and I will leave a link in the description box below on it. But a couple people asked me to touch on like giving meal ideas and what exactly eating on the mini MAUD method would look like. So I actually, a long time ago, I apologize for the background, my room is like a mess, but a couple years ago when I first started my recovery, I made a book with like, I'm not going to show it because like I don't want it to trigger anyone, but it basically was like, it had my basic meal plan fit for me. And obviously, since I was still in like the early stages of recovery, it was not perfect. It was nowhere near the calories that I needed to be consuming. But it also reminds me, looking back at it, how scared I was of eating over a certain amount of calories, and how really giving into the mini MAUD method and really practicing it and trusting in the process can be really hard. So although the mini MAUD method really stresses like calorie counting and like making sure you're getting between 2,500 to over 3,500 a day, I know it can be really tough still calorie counting. So this is where my advice would be, if you are able to see a dietitian or to see a nutritionist or any professional in the dietetic field and experience with eating disorders, I highly recommend you see them, and definitely ask your parents or look into insurance and see if they cover it. I know a lot of dietitians don't really accept insurance, but it's always worth a try to see like if they can help you in any sort of way, because having a dietitian with you can really help you, so you don't have to worry about counting calories. You're more focused on the food itself, which I find to be very beneficial. And if anything, I think that calorie counting and using that in the mini MAUD method was really kind of what prolonged my recovery to not really kick in until a year and a half later. And I feel like that kind of actually caused my relapses, still being stuck on calorie counting, because it wasn't until after my relapse that I kind of had to start practicing not counting calories, and that has really helped me in my life. And I don't think I would be in this position today talking to you if it wasn't for that. So I basically created a Google document that I will share in the link in the description box below for any of you and all of you to check out. It basically has, I'm reading from the computer with the Google Doc, so that's why you're wondering I'm looking down, that's why. It includes a description again of the mini MAUD guidelines, and depending on your height, what each guideline entails for you. And then I also gave a gist of kind of meal ideas that you can expect. They're not precise measurements, and the reason I did that was, one, not to trigger anyone and not to make anyone think that they have to eat that exactly, and two, because since everybody's different, every person's relationship with their eating disorder is different, your recovery is going to be different from someone else's. So maybe since you're taller, you might require more food than the other person, or maybe something. So I wanted you to take that idea as inspiration and then incorporate it to fit it towards your needs. So yeah, so some ideas I have on here are pretty basic. It's like peanut butter and banana toast is really calorie dense and it's also really good. You could even top, let's say peanut butter and banana toast, you could top it with chia seeds for extra fats, which is also really good. Vegan pancakes, I left a link to the pancake mix I use, and then basically to make it vegan, I just use a flax egg or chia egg, and then I use plant milk. There's also like overnight oats, and I had specific descriptions and measurements for those, simply because it's also like a 1-to-1 ratio of like mixing and stuff, so you could definitely make a double batch if you need more, but that's just the basic baseline one. And then I also had some like meal ideas for like lunch and dinner. I really didn't have much, because a lot of the time I make recipes from other websites that I find, so I just left a link to a lot of the bloggers that I get my recipes from, and you're more than welcome to look at them and check them out and see if you want to try any of the recipes. And then a lot of things that I put down were calorie dense snack ideas. Now for me in recovery, a lot of the hard foods were snacks, so I would definitely recommend looking through the list I made. It's not super long, but I have a lot of snack ideas that you could try out, so I'll actually read them now for you. I have Lenny and Larry cookies, which are actually really good. I ate them a lot during mini MAUD recovery and the homodynamic theory, whatever. I had it a lot in recovery period. But I'm really disappointed that they changed the chocolate chip cookie recipe, because it's not really that good anymore. But their other cookies are still pretty good. Like their chocolate mint one is really good, and their snickerdoodle one is really good, and those are the only ones I've tried since they changed the recipe, but those are like fair game. Cliff bars, really any Cliff bar. I love the chocolate chip ones, and I love any one that has peanut butter in it, so granola cereal, this was really my favorite snack in recovery. I would get like the Kind granola, and I would fill it with a bowl like cereal. Since granola is more dense than cereal, that's why I would use granola. I would just fill granola in a bowl, top it with like blueberries and raspberries and blackberries, and then put it with soy milk, since soy milk is more calorie dense than other plant milks, and also it has good protein and it has good calcium as well, since calcium can be tough to source on a vegan diet. Yeah, and then I also put chips and guac or nachos. That's really good. And banana and peanut butter on a bagel or on toast. And before you judge me, yes, it can also be a snack. So, and apples and peanut butter also works, trail mix, yada yada yada, the rest regular stuff. But also vegan ice cream is really good. I personally would say that there's tons of vegan ice cream options now on the market. There used to be not really any at Publix or Target, but now they've started sourcing them all over, and you don't have to just go to Whole Foods to get them. And a lot of companies such as Magnum and Dove actually are coming out, or have come out with vegan ice cream bars, which are really good. I can personally attest that they're amazing. And Dea also has ice cream bars available at Publix, so if you have those stores near you, I would definitely recommend going to check them out, because they are super super good and a great way to get in something really calorie dense and to also challenge yourself to a fear food if that may or may not be your fear food. And also, I also suggest smoothies. Smoothies are a great way to get something calorie dense if you've already eaten something, like something calorie dense. So let's say you had a big lunch and you're not that hungry, but you need something else that's calorie dense. A smoothie is a great way to get that in. Just make sure it has some good fats and protein to make it calorie dense. Also, vegan pastries and desserts are also a good way. Usually I don't find them very filling unless they're really rich, but it is a great way to get something light, but it's also really calorie dense at the same time. So that includes cupcakes, cake, cookies, muffins, scones, any kind of pastry. And basically, in essence of all of this, I strongly suggest making a fear food list and kind of just going through it as you go, because something that I noticed when I was in recovery and when I was making my own fear food list is, I mean, this was before I went vegan, but like this was my fear food list, and I put this little quote in the top, and it says, "Remember, sometimes your best moments in recovery happen outside of your comfort zone." Isn't that cute? Okay, but anyway, I would totally suggest making a fear food list upon starting your mini MAUD recovery journey, because it just so happens that a lot of our fear foods tend to be high calorie dense things. Now is basically the perfect time to challenge those fear foods, because you're in a situation where you need to eat calorie dense foods. So why not make that now? Yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. And yeah, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below towards the Google Docs. You can view it and you can check it out. It's basically pretty simple, basically what I just explained, and it's just in a written form if you want to look at it. So I'm hoping that was helpful and that answered any of your guys' questions on the mini MAUD method. I would be happy to do anything else that you might find helpful. I am still, like, you can always email me or DM me on Instagram or message me, leave a comment. I will definitely answer and do my best to kind of make videos on that in the future or help you out, etc. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm probably gonna go make dinner. I was thinking of making like a po kind of dish, like with egg noodles and tofu and vegetables, and not egg noodles, rice noodles, but yeah, something like that. And I'll show you like the final product, because I'm not about to do the like step-by-step ingredient instructions. I'll just leave the link to the recipe in the description box. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I noticed actually I put my thumbs up a lot because, you know, I have nothing else to say. So I'm just gonna do that, and I will show you when I'm done. So I just finished dinner not too long ago. It was actually really good. I'd never tried that recipe before, but it's from the VIDA cookbook from, hold on.
One eternity later.
Oh, from Sahara Rose. And now I'm probably just going to take a shower and then go downstairs and watch some Netflix with my dad. I'm not sure what else I'm gonna have because I'm pretty hungry, so I'm probably either gonna have ice cream or popcorn, one of those two. I feel like it's a complete opposite, but I don't know. I feel like my hand's shaking a lot. You know what, I'm just gonna put it up here. Okay. Okay. Hi! You're seeing all the pets today. Okay. That wasn't pee. That will be wrapping up this video. It was very nice talking to you today, and I really hope you took something away from it with the little tidbits that I did include, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, be sure to click the subscribe button down below and then click the bell icon so you know when I post videos next. But other than that, as I always say, Thank you so much for watching from the bottom. I have no idea why I just thumbs up, but as if I haven't done that enough already today. I can't thank you guys enough for watching my videos. It means a lot to me to see that people actually can take something away from them and people actually enjoy watching what I put out. So just so you know, that means a lot to me, and just keep on doing it. It's great, you know? But yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!